forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence, who is here, weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despise the Athenian maid, and hear the maiden's sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lacklove, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Now for our mountain sport, up to yond hill, your legs are young, I'll tread those flats. Consider when you above perceive me like a crow, then in place which lessens and sets off, and you may then revolve what tales I have told you, of courts, of princes, of the tricks in war. This service is not service, so being done, but being so allowed to apprehend thus, draws us a profit from all things we see. And often to our comfort shall we find the sharded beetle in a safer hold than is the full-winged eagle. Oh, this life is nobler than attending for a check, richer than doing nothing for a bribe, prouder than wrestling an unpaid for silk. Such gain the cap of him that makes him fine, yet keep his books uncrossed, no life to ours.
Who will believe thee, Isabel, my unsoiled name, the ostriness of my life, my vouch against you, and my place of the state, will so your accusation overweigh that you shall stifle in your own report and smell of calumny. I have begun, and now I give my sensual race the rein. Fit thy consent to my sharp appetite. Lay by all nicety and prolixous blushes, that banish what they sue for. Redeem thy brother by yielding up thy body to my will, or else he must not only die the death, but thy unkindness shall his death draw out to lingering sufferance. Answer me tomorrow, or by the affection that now guides me most, I'll prove a tyrant to him. As for you, say what you can, my false or ways are true.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace you show not, than earth's wonder, more than earth's divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak, lay open to my earthy gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words' deceit. Against my soul's pure truth, why labor you, to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I, then well I know, your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them in their lie, and in that glorious supposition think he gains by death that has such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
Island's mine by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me and madest much of me, wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light, and how the less, that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be that I did so! All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you! For I am all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king, and here you stymie in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island. I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth, shall nothing wrong him. Thus it is, General, Montano and myself being in speech, there comes a fellow crying out for help, and Cassio following him with determined sword to execute upon him. Sir, this gentleman steps into Cassio, and entreats his pause. Myself the crying fellow did pursue, lest by his clamor, as it so fell out, the town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, outran my purpose, and I'd return the rather, for that I heard the clink and fall of swords, and Cassio high an oath, which till tonight I ne'er might say before. When I come back, for this was brief, I found them close together, at blow and thrust, even as again they were when you yourself did part them. Most of this matter cannot I report, but men are men, the best sometimes forget, though Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them best. Yet surely Cassio, I believe, received from him that fled some strange indignity, which patience could not pass.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairies' midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep, her wagon spokes made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the color of moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or a courtier's knees that dream on courtesy straight, or a lawyer's fingers who straight dream on fees, or a lady's lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit, and sometimes comes she with a tif-pig's tail, tickling a person's nose that lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches and bescudos, Spanish blades, drums in his ears which he stares and wakes, and being thus frighted swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. That is the very Mab that plants the meats of horses in the night, and bakes the elf-locks in foul sluttish hairs, which one untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag which maids lie on their backs, that presses them and lures them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she,